Hi friend, welcome all to my educational channel Math A to Z. This is the second class of cyclic group. In this class, we discuss three important theorems on cyclic group together with its proof. Now, three theorems of cyclic group are: the first theorem is a finite group G is cyclic if and only there exists an element A of G such that order of A is equal to order of G. Okay, this is the first theorem. Second theorem is, if G be a group generated by an element A, here A be the generator of G, and order of G is equal to n, where n is a finite number, then A to the power R is also generator of G if and only R less than n and GCD of Rn is equal to 1. That is, R is prime to n, where R must be a positive integer. And the third theorem, or the last theorem of the class, is every subgroup of a cyclic group is cyclic. Now we prove these three theorems one by one. If we take G is cyclic, then G must be generated by an element of G. Let G is generated by an element B of G. And we know that from the property of cyclic group, order of G and order of B, that is the order of the generator of G, are same. Okay, so here B is equal to A. So we get an element A which is B here, such that order of G is equal to order of A. This is the first part. If we take G is cyclic, then we easily show there exists an element of G whose order is same as the order of the group. Now, conversely, we take here there exists an element A belongs to G such that order of A and order of G is equal to n. Say it is given and we say it is n. Since order of A is equal to n, so we must have A square AQ to A to the power n minus 1 and A to the power n is equal to E are the distinct element, right? And since there is n distinct element and A belongs to G, so we can write G is equal to this set. Because order of G is equal to n and this n distinct element belongs to G. Now to prove G is cyclic, we must have to show G is equal to A to the power n such that n belongs to Z. But here only positive power of A here. So we take a set as this and we name this set as S. Now clearly we say G is a subset of S because here consists positive and negative power of A, but here consists only positive power of A from 1 to n. Now, from the definition of group or from the inverse property of group, if A belongs to G, then we must have A inverse belongs to G. Similarly, A square belongs to G, then we must have A to the power minus 2 belongs to G. Also, A belongs to G and A inverse belongs to G, then by the closure property A composition A inverse, that is A to the power 0, this is also belongs to G. So we see that from the closure property and inverse property, A to the power 0, A to the power 1, A to the power minus 1, A to the power 2, A to the power minus 2, and all the positive power as well as all the negative power, and power is 0 is also consist in G. So we say that this is also a subset of G, and from this and this we can write G is equal to S, and this is A to the power n such that n belongs to Z, and this is the definition of cyclic group. Okay, so we write G is equal to cyclic group generated by A. That is, we prove G is a cyclic group if there exists an element A of G such that order of A is equal to order of G. We give 2 or 3 examples here to explain the theorem. We consider S as 1 minus 1 I minus I, that is fourth root of LT. Here we see that order of 1 is equal to 1, this is the identity element. Order of minus 1, this is equal to 2. Order of I, this is equal to 4, and this is the order of S. So we say that this is must be cyclic because order of S is equal to order of I, and also we can write S is equal to cyclic group generated by I. Similarly, we write this also, S is generated by minus I. Okay, and if we take Kellin's for group, V contains E, A, B, C, and we know that order of E is equal to 1 and order of A, order of B and order of C both or all are equal to 2. So there exists no element of order 4. That is, there exists no element such that order of this element is equal to order of the group. So this is not cyclic group because this is if and only if theorem. Okay, and the last example, if we take very important group S3, symmetric group of degree 3, then also here we know that order of 2 cycle, that is 1 2 or order of 2 3 or order of 1 3 both are 2, and order of 1 2 3, order of 1 3 2 both are 3, and order of E, that is the identity permutation, is 1. So there is no element of S3 whose order is 6. So this is not cyclic group. Okay, now we go to the second theorem of the class. G is a cyclic group generated by A. Be a finite group of order n. R be positive integer. Then G is equal to generated by A to the power R. That is, G is also generated by A to the power R if and only R less than n and GCD of Rn equal to 1. That is, R less than n and R prime to n. This is the second theorem. And now we go to the proof of this theorem. Here order of G is equal to n. It is given. And G is generated by A. So clearly we can write G is A square A cube to A to the power n minus 1 and A to the power n is equal to E. Right? Because its order is n and this is generated by A. Now let A to the power R is also generate G. That is, we take here G is generated by A to the power R. And we have to prove this. GCD of Rn is equal to 1. Because we take R is a positive integer and belongs to 1 to n. Because we know that generator of the group must be belongs to the group. Since A to the power R generate G, so A to the power R must generate all the element of G. Here A is an element of G. So A be also generated by A to the power R. So A is some power of A to the power R. Let it be K, where K be any integer. K be an integer. Then this relation gives A to the power Rk is equal to A. That is, A to the power Rk minus 1 is equal to E. Since G is generated by A, so we know that order of G and order of A both are equal and this is equal to n. And since order of A is equal to n and A to the power Rk minus 1 is equal to E, so we must have n divide Rk minus 1. And we let Rk minus 1, this is equal to ns. Now this relation gives Rk minus ns is equal to 1, and this is Rk plus minus s into n is equal to 1, and we write minus s is equal to t. That is, we can write Rk plus Tn is equal to 1. And from this relation, this is an important theorem of number theory. If R and n be two positive integers, and if there exist two integers k and t such that Rk plus nt or Tn is equal to 1, then we see that, or we say that GCD of Rn is equal to 1. Okay, so here we get if G is generated by A to the power R, then GCD of Rn is equal to 1. Now the converse part of the theorem. Converse part is, if we take R is less than n and R is prime to n, and we have to prove G is equal to a cyclic group generated by A to the power R. Now we first find the order of A to the power R, and from the definition or from the order of A to the power R, we already proved this theorem in previous class of group theory. This formula is order of A by GCD of order of A, R. That is n by GCD of nr, and this is n by 1, because here GCD of Rn equal to 1 given, and this gives n. That is, order of a to the power r is equal to n, and this is the order of g. And since order of g and order of a to the power r are equal, so we can say that g is generated by a to the power r also. Okay, so we prove g is equal to cyclic group generated by a to the power r. That is, a to the power r is also a generator of the group. Now, from the definition of Euler-Phi function, we say that phi of n is equal to the number of positive integer less than n and prime to n, prime to n. So from this definition, we clearly say that if order of g is equal to n, then the number of generator of g is equal to phi of n. Because of this, if a be the generator, then a to the power r is also generator, where r is less than n and r is prime to n. Okay, so from this formula, it is easy to calculate the number of generator of any cyclic group of any order. It is, if it is given a cyclic group of order 4, then the generator is, number of generator is phi of 4, that is 2 to the power 2 into 1 minus half, that is 2 to the power 2 into half, that is 2. And similarly, for all the other cyclic group, we can easily find the number of generator of this group. Now go to the last theorem of the class, and this is also very important theorem of cyclic group. The last theorem is every subgroup of a cyclic group is cyclic. We divide this theorem into 3 parts or 3 cases. The first case is, if we take G as cyclic group, then we know that G is also a subgroup of G, and clearly this is the cyclic subgroup because this is the group itself. So the improper subgroup of a cyclic group is cyclic. This is the first case. In the second case, if we take the subgroup consisting only the identity element, that is the trivial subgroup, then this subgroup can also be written as e to the power n such that n belongs to z, because for all n belongs to z, e to the power n is also e. So this is the trivial subgroup, and trivial subgroup is also cyclic subgroup. Now our main work is, if we take proper subgroup of G, let H, this is the case 3, let H be a proper subgroup of G. Now any element X belongs to H, this must be not equal to E. Since it is not trivial subgroup, since X belongs to H, it must be X belongs to G. So X is of the form a to the power k. If we take G is a cyclic group generated by A, where k is any integer but k is not equal to 0, because if k equal to 0 then x is equal to e. And since H be a subgroup, so x inverse is also belongs to H by the inverse property of subgroup. That is, we say that a to the power minus k is also belongs to H. So from these two relations we say that any positive or negative power of A contains in H. Okay, a to the power k also belongs to H and a to the power minus k is also belongs to H. Now from these two relations we also show that some positive power must be belongs to H, because if this is negative then this is positive, minus k is positive, and if we take this is positive, so from here we say that some positive power of A belongs to H. Okay, and from the well ordering property of natural number we say that from this positive power of A which belongs to H, there must exist least positive power of A belongs to H, and let it be M such that a to the power M belongs to H, where M be the least positive power. Right? Now we try to prove H is a cyclic subgroup generated by a to the power M. Okay, this is not written here. This can be proved, and or we try to prove this relation. H is a cyclic group generated by a to the power M, where M is the least positive power. Now we take any element like A or H belongs to H. So this H can be written as a to the power P, because H belongs to H and H must be belongs to G, so H is also a power of A. That is, we take H is equal to a to the power P. Now by division algorithm we say that P can be divided by M, but there are some remainder remains, and let Q be the quotient and R be the remainder when we divide P by M. So we can write P is equal to QM plus R, where 0 less equal to R less than M, because remainder is less equal to 0 or less than M. Now if we write a to the power P is equal to a to the power QM plus R, then from this relation we can write a to the power P is equal to a to the power QM into a to the power R, and a to the power P into a to the power minus MQ is equal to a to the power R. Now a to the power P into a to the power M to the power minus Q is equal to a to the power R. Since we take a to the power P, that is H belongs to H, and also we take a to the power M belongs to H, and H is a subgroup, so a to the power M to the power minus Q is also belongs to H. That is, a to the power minus MQ belongs to H. So a to the power p and a to the power m to the power minus q both belongs to H. That is by closure property, the product, this product or this composition is also belongs to H. That is a to the power r. This composition is equal to a to the power r, so a to the power r belongs to H. But here r is lies in this range. So we say that a to the power r belongs to H and 0 less equal to r less than m. But here we take a to the power m belongs to H, where m is the least positive integer. But this relation gives r is less than m. So only one possibility is hold, which is r is equal to 0. And if r equal to 0, then this result turn to p is equal to qm. Right? P is equal to qm. So we write from this result as H is equal to a to the power p, and this is a to the power qm, because p is equal to qm. So this is a to the power m to the power q. So we take H is equal to a to the power p, be any element of H, and here we see that this element can be generated by a to the power m also. So we write that H belongs to cyclic group generated by a to the power m, or a to the power m generate every element of capital H. So we can write H is a cyclic group generated by a to the power m, and this is must be cyclic, and the generator of the subgroup is a to the power m, where m is the least positive power of H, or least positive power of A, which belongs to H. So we say that every subgroup of cyclic group is also cyclic, which may be improper subgroup, may be trivial subgroup, or may be proper subgroup. This is the today's class. Thank you for watching.